Coming up, 8 tips to help your garden in the month of February. Hi, I'm Wendy from themountainfarmhouse.com. Thanks for joining me here today. I live in the Catskill Mountains of upstate New York, and we have a saying, if you don't like the weather here, just wait 5 minutes. It's very cold, it's February, and I'm here today to talk to you about 8 ways that you can keep your garden thriving even when it's freezing cold outside. So, let's get started. Tip number 1, prune your fruit trees. This is a crab apple that is really old, and we have been trying to prune it and get it into shape. It still gives us a lot of good crab apples every year, but it's really good idea to open it up so that there's sunlight coming in. If you don't know anything about pruning fruit trees, it might be in your best interest to hire an expert. We also have our small fruit trees in our little orchard that don't require a whole lot of pruning, but from time to time it's a good idea to check them and see if they might benefit from just having a branch here or there shortened, cut off. And you always want to remove any kind of dead debris, things that are dangling, hanging on unnecessarily. Tip number 2, continue to fine-tune your garden plan. This is my vegetable garden in the wintertime, and as you can see, there's still some kale plants in there that we didn't finish and we haven't removed yet, but those, we'll have to get to those when it's not freezing. And it's a good idea to rotate the types of plants that you've had in the previous year. That way it will kind of outsmart, hopefully it will outsmart the bugs. Tip number 3, give your houseplants a little bit of extra loving. Maybe put them in the sink or the shower to water them. Check and see if it's time to give them a little fertilizer, and just in general, take good care of them. Tip number 4, grow something on your windowsill. This is a Meyer lemon. And of course it wouldn't survive outside in this climate, but it is really nice indoors. There's a little baby lemon. Tip number 5, take some pictures of your snowy areas, of the plants that have died off, and just use these as a reminder when you think it's too hot in the summertime. Just remember how cold it was not so long ago. Tip number 6, as your seed orders arrive, make sure you put them with the rest of your seeds and organize them alphabetically. Tip number 7, continue to compost. This is very important. You want to have some nice rich compost come springtime, don't you? Well, here's our compost area. It's a little messy, but then again, compost isn't exactly neat and tidy, usually. You don't have to go to lengths and buy a fancy compost bin. You can make them quite easily out of pallets, or as you can see here, out of garbage cans. These are just plain black trash cans with matching lids that Joel drilled some holes into in the sides to let the air circulate. And right here you can see that we have kind of a bungee type strap that holds the lid down that hopefully keeps out the critters, and they work really well. So don't think you have to break the bank in order to create compost. Tip number 8, keep using up last year's harvest. Now you might not think this is a gardening tip, but it really is. Don't you want to use things up before they have a chance to go bad? I know I do. In addition to that, you're going to be emptying your mason jars and getting them all cleaned and able to inventory them and add them to your collection. This way they'll be nice and ready for when your canning season begins again in just a few short months. I hope hope you found these tips helpful. 8 gardening tips for the month of February. And please check the description box below for a link for the free printable, and you can get your own checklist. I'd love it if you would give us a thumbs up and subscribe. And please come back and visit the Mountain Farmhouse again soon. Bye for now.